Now, it seems veteran left-wingers are having a moment. Here, we've got Jeremy Corbyn. Across the Atlantic, the firebrand Senator Bernie Sanders is giving the establishment candidate Hillary Clinton a run for her money in the race to win the Democratic nomination for the White House. While she struggles with the fallout from an email scandal, a new poll shows Sanders just behind her in the all-important state of Iowa. Our Washington correspondent Kylie Morris reports from New Hampshire.
Let's get money out of politics. Come on, I'll show you how.
This Democratic race has all the fun of the fair.
Come on, we'll show you how.
That is, unless you're the candidate most likely. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton might have expected everyone to accept it's her time, surely. But here in New Hampshire, they're queuing around the corner to hear what a rival candidate has to say. Why?
She voted for the war in Iraq, or she supported the war in Iraq, which I totally think was a mistake. And I just don't feel that she's 100% trustworthy.
Well, first of all, I'm glad that the emails are starting to come out.
An email scandal has proven damaging, with the FBI now investigating whether Mrs. Clinton breached regulations by using a private server when she ran America's foreign relations. It all sounds quite anodyne, but her handling of it has revealed a fragility at odds with the well-funded campaign she was meant to run. A campaign very different to this one, the back-to-basics, push-your-buttons, left-wing hoedown, featuring the anti-Clinton himself.
Bernie Sanders, the next President of the United States.
The vinegary senator from Vermont is drawing campaign donations of $30 apiece on average, but he's surging in the polls, ahead in New Hampshire and just trailing in Iowa, riding a wave of frustration with politics as normal.
The American people understand that politics is now dominated by big money interests and what campaigns are about. Read the media. Which candidate can attract which billionaire to support his or her candidacy? That is not what democracy is supposed to be about.
Bernie Sanders is an old hand at democracy. He's served 25 years in Congress, yet maintains the veneer of an outsider. This campaign, he's promising parental leave, a tax on Wall Street, and free college tuition to lift up America's neglected.
For the last 40 years, the middle class of this country has been disappearing. It makes no sense for people to be having to work 50 or 60 hours a week to put food on the table. Trickle-down economics does not work.
The self-styled socialist wants nothing less than a political revolution.
I like the socialists and the social program point of view.
This is America, though. Can you imagine the American people putting a socialist in the White House?
No. Well,
No, we shouldn't. No, it's too bad, but
Very careful.
I don't think it will happen.
He's going to have to pull from college campuses a little better than he is right now. He's going to have to do better with African-American votes in the South, which really swung the election, I think, towards Obama. Those are categories in particular I'd like to see him do better with.
Do you think enough Americans can see him in the White House for him to win?
I think it's a stretch, but I think that more and more people, if you can picture Donald Trump in the White House, you certainly can picture Bernie Sanders.
Unlike Donald Trump, the Democratic candidate has little appetite for the media.
Politics is not a soap opera.
The day we're on the campaign trail, he turns a press conference into a lecture.
I want you to talk about and force discussion about climate change. Do you think you do that enough? I would like you to force discussion on poverty in America.
And this could be reminding you of someone.
So why can't we instead focus on the policy issues that are facing the Labour Party and facing this country, the levels of inequality, the levels of poverty?
It's as if the front-runner in the Labour leadership race is speaking in stereo across the pond.
I apologize.
Sorry, question for British television, sir.
Bernie Sanders' advisers tell me the senator is aware of Jeremy Corbyn and his anti-establishment campaign.
I'm just wondering, Jeremy Corbyn, could I just speak to you about the comparisons between...
But he has no time for our question as he drives off to steal more votes from Hillary Clinton. Whether or not he's on the road to the White House, he's driving the Democrats left. Kylie Morris, Channel 4 News, New Hampshire.